So a little while ago, I couldn't resist it. I picked up a couple of San Martin watches. And now I've bought these affordable watches before, the San Martins, the Sea Sterns, and some other brands. And they continued to get better and better, and they were already pretty dang good. And then you put a really good price point on them, and they kind of become hard to beat. For a lot of people out there that are just being budget savvy with their hobby, with their watch hobby, these are some of the brands that you're going to want to look at. The San Martins, the Islanders, which coincidentally, Long Island Watches actually selling some San Martin watches now. So kind of makes sense, really. But let's get into this. This guy here, now the prices I'm going to tell you that I picked them up at might not match what they are today. I'll put a link down below. I have no affiliation with San Martin. I bought these with my own money. This is the SN0123G. I guess it was a limited edition, although it's not indicated anywhere on the watch, but it's not on their website anymore. They have a black dial variant. I was kind of hoping it was more of a white dial, but it's clearly a silver dial. Still looks good, and still has a really cool iconic case shape. This I measure at the bezel because this is all integrated. This whole right side, the crown side, is like an integrated crown guard. So I measured at the bezel at 41.35. If you want to know what the measurement would be across, it's like 44. But like I said, we don't measure typically the crown guard, so I didn't on this one. The lug to lug is a 50 millimeter. The thickness is 15.5, and that's pretty crazy. You have like a domed stainless steel case back as well as a double dome sapphire crystal up top. You have a 20 millimeter lug opening. This watch comes on this nylon strap with matching hardware, also branded, pretty cool. Really good quality spring bars and bracelet hardware. I'll show you on the other one. I went ahead and threw it on a Strap Habit FKM red camel to tie in with the red seconds hand. I would prefer this. I can't wear the fabric straps for some reason. They just don't resonate with me. You have a 6.5 millimeter screw down crown. Should be 200 meter water resist. Does it say it on the dial? Yes, it does. 200 meter. The movement inside, Seiko NH35. Of course, it's screw down. You can pop it out and hack the movement and adjust it and everything like that. You have a bi-directional 120 click bezel. Pretty solid operation. Now it does have a 12-hour timing bezel instead of a dive bezel on it. I guess if you're going to do this style bezel, I would prefer a bi-directional or just do a dive bezel on it, but whatever. It works fine, and you can use it to track another time zone if you want. Now, I paid only $148 for this. There was a sale. There's always a sale. And I know you can purchase these other places, but I tend to go to the website when I type in San Martin watches or whatever. That's the one that comes up. That's the one I'm going to link down below. Same thing when I look at Sea Stern watches or anything like that. I know you can get them elsewhere for probably less, but I just go right to those websites. I don't know why. I'm just old school, I guess. Let me pop this on my 7.25 inch wrist so you can see what this one looks like. Of course, like I said, it's paired up with the Strap Habit. But you can see there, it wears great. It's comfortable. It's a good size for me. Plenty legible. You have a really nice handset on there. And a great amount of lume, which we'll do the lume shot here in a moment. If I can get this thing off my wrist. Now let's move on to this guy here. Now this one is what really, honestly, the reason I went to the website in the first place is this turbine. So when I say turbine, check out the look of that dial. It's a pressed dial. It is a turbine style dial. Now my buddy Greg had picked one of these up and posted up wrist shots, and I just couldn't help it. That turbine dial paired up with that brilliant bright orange, as well as that seconds hand. Thank you for doing the whole thing like that and not just the tip or something. And a very good iconic style case and bracelet. This was an easy pick for me. I paid $228 for it. I just looked on the website. It's currently listed at $238. I think if you just wait a couple minutes or wait for a sale, of course there'll be sales around the holidays, or they run sales all the time. So you can get better deals. The case size on this, I measure at 41 millimeter. On the website, it says 39.5. I'm not sure where they're getting that from. Maybe at the bezel, but I measure this thing, if you measure across here, it's like 41. So the lug to lug is a 48 in the thickness, 11.85, so a little bit thinner, that's nice. 21 millimeter lug opening, kind of a weird one there, but you can pick up straps from Strap Habit that fit that, or honestly just wear the bracelet. The bracelet fits great and it wears great. It does taper down to 16 millimeter. You have a simple fold over clasp, signed, and you have a toolless on the fly quick adjust for the micro adjust. You just push that button and it'll go in or out quite a distance. So, and you will definitely use that because these links are a little bit larger. I ended up pulling out one link for my 7¼ inch wrist, but the hardware on this is really good. I know this might be hard to see, but this is a good quality screw. Like the hardware worked good. It was easy to size, nice crown feel. It has a 7 millimeter signed screw down crown. Again, probably 100 to 200 meter water resist. I really wouldn't worry about the water resistance on it with a screw down crown and spec'd out the way it is. It's going to be fine for whatever you're doing with it. NH35 movement inside again, but just that is such a cool looking watch, and it's super legible. I like the fact that it's a no date. Unfortunately, both these having the NH35, they're going to have that ghost date position. So meaning when you pop the crown out one spot, there's like a dead spot. That's where the date wheel would be. They could have used the NH38 movement, but they probably buy these NH35s in you know, Gaylord size containers, like are just massive movement package deal that they buy. But here it is on my 7¼ inch wrist. You can see it. It is just a good size, and of course that pop of orange against that turbine dial just looks really good. So pretty fun watch indeed. And all in, I mean, you can pick up 2 or 3 watches for what you could otherwise pick up maybe one, quote, affordable watch. You can buy these super affordables. I don't know, what do we call them, I guess. And you can get some, you know, designs that look very familiar to other manufacturers, but I'm starting to see a trend of more and more models that, yeah, they might use some tried and true case designs and bracelet designs, but they're getting very creative with their use of color and their dials, and I really appreciate that. So I like to see this one is a safe one. I'm not going to keep this one for sure. This turbine one I do intend to keep, but stuff like this, it's too ordinary. It's too safe. So this one will end up getting sold. That, like I said, is a limited edition. I don't see it on their website anymore. So somebody may want that. I just wanted to see it to get the video on it. And at $148, it was a pretty easy choice to make. The lume on all of their watches seem to be spectacular too. And I love that orange lume. It's just cool. So let me know what you guys think about these. Do you own any San Martins, and what models? If there's ones you want to see, I have reached out to San Martin. I think they're receptive to sending in some watches. So if there's ones you want to see, just let me know, and I'll go from there. See what we can do.